Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Lost Mine Pokemon Trading Card Game Podcast. I'm Lucas, and I'm here with my person that I vaguely know, Landen and.
Yes, that's me.
Yeah.
Yep.
How are you?
I'm doing pretty well, Lucas. Been going to a lot of League recently.
Dude, me too.
Been kind of enjoying it.
League's
I've basically entirely traded traveling to regionals for League, and it's been great.
Yeah. Yes. This is your thing. Don't let the pro players tell you that League is trash, because it's not.
League is fire. Quote me.
League is fire.
League is fire.
Not League of Legends.
I'm just having fun playing different decks that I've been enjoying. I'm playing on a lot of En's Zork EX.
I've been playing a lot of Enzor EX too.
I really like that card. Been playing a couple different variations of it.
I've been playing one variation of it.
Yes, I enjoy all variations because I think a 280 HP stage 1 draw Pokemon is crazy cracked.
Are you bigoted towards different Zoroark decks? Are you open to all?
I love all Zork.
Okay.
If you are a Zork EX that feels unwelcome, please reach out. We'll be friends.
We'll make sure that you don't feel unwelcome here.
Yes. So today, Lucas, there was a certain regional that happened in a certain state called Wisconsin, in a city named Milwaukee, in a deck that has previously been written off as poo-poo garbage was the first place.
Real. Raging Bolt's pretty good. It's pretty good in this meta. Slitherwing makes that deck a lot better. Let's open up this list here.
Show up the list?
Yeah, let's show up this list. Christian
Yes,
Labella.
Do you know the country of origin of the champion of this tournament, Lucas?
I'll let you. Is it Cameroon?
Canada, baby, let's go! That's what I'm talking about, baby. Christian Labella, first place with the Raging Bolt archetype.
Yes.
Straight from Canada.
Oh, is that a
Love to see
Drapion
it.
V? I can't use up my glasses, so the first thing I thought when I saw the Fez was Drapion.
Crazy work. But playing the Raging Bolt archetype with the 3/3 Noctowl Fan Rotom. That sneaky little one prize Raging Bolt.
That card is super good. Yeah.
Super gas. We saw there's no Mana Fiend format. We just saw him sniping off all those Cloaks. I'm sure Curlias, Hoot Hoots, anything. All these one prizers out of here.
Yeah, it's broken. As soon as you're able to put 3 energy on the guy, he just literally sweeps the entire board. 2 energy on him, not as good. But
it's so good into Badu, actually. That's what I was kind of seeing and think. Like when I was seeing Labella play on stream, he just didn't care. He's getting H-Pawn. Just like, okay, see you later, Jerkloak.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Yeah. Super sick. And then obviously like Raging Bolt EX just clears the active. Still not sure how this deck would fare into Guardy on average.
Guardy's not good. Guardy's not a good matchup.
I feel like that would be a pretty tough one.
It's fine with the Raging Bolts because you just use the Baby Bolt to target everything.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not saying it'd be unwinnable. It just seems like it would be definitely unfavored.
It'd be like...
Although he does have a jamming tower, so that's pretty legit. You always have access to it because of Field Seeker. So
I know at our League Cup yesterday, we had a person beat 2 Gardevoirs in top cut playing Raging Bolt.
That's pretty sick.
And so it's definitely a winnable matchup just by spamming the Baby Bolt.
Yeah, just always killing their Curlias, Raltses, or Monkey Dories even if you got the 4 energies. If they're not killing the Bolt, it'd be pretty easy.
I mean, you're going
on there.
Yeah, you're starting with a huge lead, so it's definitely very winnable. This Slitherwing, I think, is the highlight of the deck right now. The deck's not very... Raging Bolt would not be very great if you couldn't kill a Pikachu, just because...
gone with one prizer.
Oh, yeah. Gone with a one prizer.
Also kills Iron Hands.
And it also doesn't activate Fez.
Well, depends. If it's a Pikachu.
Yeah, if it's a Pikachu.
If you're one-shotting something like a Fez, it does kill Fezandipity as well, which is huge.
Yeah, that is great. It's just a one prizer. The
no,
judge...
no Koraidon.
Yeah, I don't think Koraidon's needed. I really like this list. I feel like every format, Raging Bolt starts off as like the deck that plays everything in the format, and then one person just like, why are we playing all this? Cuts everything.
This also something I want to note. This would have like a very reasonable one prize board state. Like if you have Fan Rotom, you can take a prize with Assault Landing, and then you can go like Raging Bolt, Slithering in the back with.
Well, I don't know if I agree with a one prize board state.
I'm just saying you could.
Like you could force it.
You also can't Jeweled Seeker.
No,
I'm saying like you could do that on a turn, maybe. I don't know.
No, I don't think it's possible. I don't think it's really.
No, say they bump your areas, you can just ditch all the.
Oh, I guess with the jamming tower.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can dump everything.
That's what I'm saying.
It's doable.
I'm just saying, like, you very easily can also just attack with one prize, just like at any point in the game with varying levels of
power
efficiency into different situations. Because you have Bench Snipe, you have a pretty good like fighting attacker that kills like Fez, which is going to be on a lot of board states.
Yeah, I really like this. I think Slitherwing was definitely the card for the format this weekend.
Also, Stomp Off. How do you think he won any games off of Stomp Off?
No,
people definitely have.
Oh yeah, for sure they have.
I'm sure like. You could even go read they have like 3 cards left in deck and go like stomp off, stretcher, stomp off, stretcher, stomp off.
No, you only need to do that once because they draw for turn.
What if they have 4 cards in deck?
Then they draw for turn again. You don't need to stomp off because they're on 0. So they need 5.
I think I want to make a key distinction here. Old Raging Bolt, very linear. This has options, which I think is cool. We have Jeweled Seekers, so you have some more agency in terms of like searching for your combos. And
You have
just like
Fan
drawing
Rotom.
them.
Assault Landing's a great attack in the early game.
It is.
Raging Bolt, that
3
bench snipe.
stadiums.
The bench snipe was a kind of a weak part of this deck. You didn't really have a way to deal with setup Pokemon. Now you do.
You'll note very low gust count as well. Basically just the Prime Catcher and 1 boss and a Pal Pad. So max 3 gusts, most game 2.
Yeah.
Which is fine because you can Jeweled Seeker for them. I'd be curious if you want like second boss, especially with the amount of Genesect going around.
Oh, no
Gotta
way.
mute the cell phone.
Gotta mute the cell phone. I think the reason this deck kind of came back into being a deck was just the fact that all of the top decks right now are super slow, and this deck can kind of take advantage of that, destroy their board state with Raging Bolt and, kind of just go from there.
It's also like you can just Assault Landing Buddy super easily.
I still cannot believe that you played Raging Bolt to Worlds.
What?
It doesn't make sense, man.
What?
It just doesn't click for me.
I just didn't have any time to test for that format. I was like, okay, I'll play 4 Pokemon Catchers and flip heads.
Woo!
I actually beat 2 Charizards in Worlds. Just because I flipped heads on their Pidgey and they just didn't set up more than 1 Zard.
I don't think Charizard was a good call for that weekend, so I
No.
guess it was fine.
Yeah. And the metagame was literally like 20% plus Reggie Drago, and I didn't hit any Dragos. So
Yeah.
I kind of got cooked. I feel
And
like Bolt was actually a pretty good play for Worlds.
Yeah. I mean,
I didn't play it because it was a good play, but it ended up being a good play. I just played it because I didn't have time to test anything, and I knew I wasn't going to win Dragomir.
Dragomir is like insane. I'm so happy that I played Radiant Gardevoir to Worlds just because I was like, I'm just gonna beat Reggie Dragomir because I will one shot everything and they can't one shot me, and that's not how that matchup works. I don't know how I did well in the Dragomir. I mean, I lost to a Dragomir because I double bricked, but
punting with the wrong Radiant Radzard broken in that deck, obviously. So
real.
Yeah.
I mean, this deck's really strong. I think just the slowness of the format really paved its way to.
I don't want to
being
make
able to
that
back.
like out to seem like Raging Bolt is like this crazy turbo deck anymore. Like you're not attacking turn 1 going second most of the time. I would say like the deck isn't built for that.
I mean,
We're
your
not.
deck's not built for it, but I feel like you still do.
We're
it
not playing
pretty
like we don't have
consistently.
shoes Radgren Pokestop anymore. Like you're drawing like probably 6 less cards on.
I mean, yeah,
turn 1.
but like turn 1 is probably attached to Bolt, pass,
Yeah, I'm just saying you're not.
attach Sada 90, and then just gonna go 90, 90, 90,
I said
90.
that. It just doesn't attack going second.
Oh yeah,
That's what I said.
I guess.
It's just a different deck. You're choosing first, I'd say, most of the time with this, trying to get attached for turn and then like not have to rely on
If you
hitting
get
the
second,
order.
it's also fine if you just
Yeah.
draw Crispin. Like you can reasonably attack. Going
But I'm
first,
pretty
going
confident
second.
you'd be choosing first in most matchups with this deck, no?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
I don't really see a reason why you wouldn't, because you can just go like attach to Bolt, pass, and then Crispin.
I think my only concern about this deck would be like the really large amounts of like Genesect and your only 1 boss. So like if you're playing against decks that have like
you can also just Raging Bolt the Genesect with Judge. But 400
Yeah.
Genesect is kind of unreasonable.
I would be interested in a second boss maybe, but that's my only gripe.
Maybe bundle.
Or bundle, yeah. Some I feel like 1 boss in a very like half the meta plays Genesect metagame.
I think a bundle would be good.
Yeah, any
Just 'cause, like-
form of extra gust. would be
Yeah, I
something
think bundle
would
would be good because I'm not a huge fan of playing boss in this deck. Like I hate that you have to play boss.
like. Yeah.
I mean, it's probably fine because you have time to attach energies to your Raging Bolt while you're using your baby Raging Bolt.
Real. I'm pretty into this deck. Maybe I'll play this at League.
What? League?
I love playing these new
League
decks at League all the
mentioned.
time.
League mentioned.
Real. I love League. I've just been going and playing whatever deck I feel like because it doesn't matter. And it's just fun. And I've been doing pretty good with random decks like Archaladon's Orc. Won League with that.
Real.
Played straight Pult to the first League challenge and
fine.
stuff. But yeah, it's just kind of fun playing whatever deck you want and not really caring how well you do because it's just League. But congratulations to Kristen Lavella, fellow Canadian. Let's go. Love that guy. And we have McConaughey's list somewhere. Did we see?
McConaughey is I closed his Twitter. Okay, so just go back
What a
to
guy.
go search for McConaughey on Twitter.
Bad.
My bad. I had it opened
We love
and then
McConaughey,
I
though.
didn't think I needed it to be open anymore.
Bro's trolling.
That's my bad. That's my bad. That's my bad. McConaughey.
Where to go?
Dude, okay, click the search
What?
bar.
I'm on the search bar.
No.
Okay, you do it then.
Oh my god.
I swear. Or isn't it Takani Moran?
I think it is Takani Moran.
Yeah, it is.
Fish nugget.
Bro's the goat.
Okay. Second to Milwaukee.
Straight Pult. Deck is gas.
I mean, yeah,
I
deck.
think this is the best deck in the format, personally.
I agree. Deck is so strong.
Playing Charm Cape, which is sick. I really like that.
Cape is
3 boss.
pretty good. It just kind of protects your cloaksters.
I like the swap on 3 boss 2 CC. I think that's cool. Although, like, hard drawing your CC is pretty important sometimes off of Iono.
Well, yeah, but I do like hard drawing boss. Being able to use boss is incredibly strong with this deck, and just kind of having it is insane.
Love the energy split. I think this is optimal. This is what I've been playing. Just the 3 Luminous, 2/2 at basics.
It's pretty strong.
I like the double Brock scouting. I'm playing 2 Brocks, 1 Jock in my list just because I like not breaking into mirror. But
I don't know if you like need Jock. I
would
Jock.
probably cut 3rd Arvin for Jock in this list personally. But
Yeah, probably. I could see it. Because you're not.
Otherwise, this list is
You're not
freaking
needing the
clean.
tools.
This-
Like
this
you're
list
not
is
like you're not incredibly needing the tools.
No,
You're not
also,
needing
like,
the tools an
I like
incredible
Free
amount.
Night
There
Stretcher
you
as
go.
well.
Yeah, I think Stretcher's an incredible card in this deck. Like because they're going to be targeting your monkeys in some certain matchups, and you want to use it to return your basic energies quite often. Getting your Badu back is really strong.
Yeah.
Returning Drakcloak after it dies is really strong. Like you're going to utilize your Night Stretcher.
Night Stretcher is always good, man. It's
Oh yeah, no,
so
that
good.
card's insane. I love that card so much.
Yeah, I think this list is really, really clean. I'm just trying. I think the problem with Arvin is like a really good card, but if you're just assuming you're getting buddied like the early turn of most games, then I think the 2 copies is reasonable. I think we've seen that for most of like the Dustnorm versions as well. But
Real.
not a lot to talk about. Like obviously we've seen this list or this deck archetype doing really well. I think we see the energy search over Vessel,
Yes.
which I like.
Yeah, you just don't really
if
need
you're
that many
playing the
basics.
Luminous, if you're playing like the three of each basic energy and 1 Luminous, then sure you can probably play Earthen Vessel, but it's not always guaranteed that you'll have 2 energy in your deck for Vessel anyways, and then discarding the card is a downside.
I've heard that this deck doesn't really want to discard many cards. I haven't played much Pult this
Your hand
format,
building, you basically just you want to have fodder for Ultra Ball all the time because you're very frequently Ultra Balling for Drakcloak early, so your hand is like pretty precious, I would say. So.
Yeah,
This deck is sick though. This is my favorite deck. If I was playing in majors this right now, I would definitely just be playing this to like every event.
we should go to White Horse Regionals.
I top 8'd that.
Yeah, I
Remember when I top 8'd and I glued my deck list to the wall? no, it was a door. Yeah.
you glued it?
No, I taped it, but it was really heavy tape. The sleeves were all messed up and sticky after, so I had to change the sleeves. But if y'all are ever looking for a fun time, really scroll down my Twitter. You'll see a deck list of me from top 8 at White Horse Regionals with my Lugia deck.
I won
Taped
White
to the
Horse
wall.
with like Dialga Magnezone. It was so sick.
That's clean. Shout out to White Horse Regionals.
Shout
by
out
the
to
way.
White Horse Regionals.
But good job, Makani. I enjoy dapping up Makani at events, clowning him for both of us losing our win into money at UIC together. Beside, we both were sad, but that's okay. Yeah, shout out to him. Not really much to talk about here. This is a pretty. I think this is a pretty close to
clean
optimal.
list. It's a clean list.
I would make 1 swap. I'd go Arvin to Jock, and other than that, I really like this. Maybe 3 counter catcher.
I don't know if you kind of want the Arvins for your stamps though.
You do, but like, you just can't use Arvin half the time in the early game. You're just bricking.
Yeah, no, you.
I like setting up. That's my deal.
Pretty cool.
And then
Okay.
do we have?
We do not have Alex
Alexander's
Chandler. We
list.
don't have Julio's list.
But is there statistics available for this? Does this count? Oh, this is just the top.
I don't.
16,
Can
right?
check the labs real quick. Go to tools
Tools.
and then labs. I don't think the lab's up for this one.
Maybe?
Oh.
Maybe.
Oh.
Oh.
We don't have deck lists though.
That's okay. Is there? Oh, they don't have like
If you go to
yeah, you do. I don't know.
if you click on them, you're gonna be able to get their like who they hit, but we don't know what they're.
Oh, it
from.
doesn't have the lists on there.
Yeah, not yet.
Brutal.
Yeah, brutal. Okay.
I do. I want to talk about Jolting Box for a second because I'm pretty sure this was like the 2nd most popular deck in day 2 or something.
We'll see if they have it up because sometimes they do. You just keep talking.
I think it's like. Honestly, I don't think it's that favored into Dragapult.
Yeah, I don't know if it's that
I'm not
great.
really sure how it's that good. Like, I get that you punish people with hands. Maybe it's just the fact that it's like the new,
It's the quick deck.
aggressive deck that's very fast. That's pretty easy to pick up. That's just like popular. Like we've seen that traditionally with like Raging Bolt or Miraidon in the past. Maybe Roaring Moon at some points. Like these just 2 prize beat stick decks that are like pretty simple. I don't mean to say that in like any demeaning way. It's just kind of that kind of.
You
archetype.
all suck for playing these decks.
real. But I hate that there's that
Go.
connotation because people will just be
Leave.
like, "Oh, it's the Dur deck," and I think that's such.
Yeah,
a
I
good way
agree.
of
Every
talking
deck
about
has
things.
its own way of
So
showing
reductive.
skill.
It's lame. It's
Yeah,
lame.
every deck has their own way of showing skill.
Yeah.
Some decks are more like prominently skill based than others.
Yeah. So I think this deck fills an interesting spot in the metagame. I don't think it's, like I said, I really don't think it's that good into Dragon Bolt or even
The Guardian matchup's not that great either.
Like, if those matchups just present a stage 2 to you, then it's pretty
pretty over. Yeah. I mean, that's why you have to play like Gravity Mountain and Vitality Band.
You can really only set up one hands, and if they respond to the hands, then it's just kind of over because you really rely on Joltik. Like, you don't play Generator or anything.
Yeah.
And
I'd be
Crispin
interested in
can't
trying
just
like
set
a
up
heavy
your-
baton in the deck, but
Yeah, even
not
then, like,
great.
a lot of Dragon Bolts are playing Jamming Tower. I know Makani wasn't, but there is an amount of them doing that. And the Jamming Tower is just a card on the rise, too, so I don't know if I'll be playing into it. I mean, you could play the card, but...
I don't know.
I've seen some play EXP.
EXP share, yeah. Most lists play EXP
because it's
share.
good
I think all
against, like,
lists
because
play
your Joltik's
EXP
dying
share.
all the time. I don't know. It is very difficult for that deck to make 2 hands really easily, especially through hand disruption, because they're just relying on Crispin and Joltik so much. But I think this deck's interesting.
It's
Unfortunately,
interesting.
We can't look at the list.
RP. Oh, no, guard.
Same as the Julio. We do not have Shadow.
But we'll talk about this next Dragon Ball Dusknoir.
Puerto Rico, bro.
Honestly, we love Puerto Rico.
Real, we do.
Puerto Rico's gas.
Ondalgard. Oh, I love Jacques.
Oh.
Great card.
No Brock Scouting, though.
Yeah, true. I feel like Brock Scouting's pretty sick. I
I
really
like Brock
underrated that
Scouting a
card,
lot.
but it's really nice.
Brock Scouting and Latias is really good. Like the the list that came second at Sevilla, so good. Oh my god.
This is Dusknoir.
Yeah, I don't know why there's triple Polt in this
That's-
deck.
And 3/2/2 line is pretty.
I mean, yeah, honestly, I don't mind it. It's really like you're just prioritizing getting your Dusk Noir activations and Dusk Clubs activations,
look,
and
two
I mess
Arvin.
with that.
Fantastic.
W.
I love 2 Arvin.
I mean, this is just the Makani list minus consistency.
Now this is Makani was not playing Dusknoir.
Oh, well, yeah, but it's less consistent. But
Yeah, that's
obviously,
kind of just the difference.
yeah.
You're adding essentially 8 cards with Candy plus 7 Dusknoir pieces. So that's essentially just converted to like Monkey plus consistency. Like we're seeing only 6 energy here, which that's kind of sus. I don't like 6 energy.
I like 6 energy. I don't
Missing
mind 6 energy.
attachment is terrible.
Well, no, you're taking a while, so you have a couple turns to hit energy.
You can, but especially if you're playing as a Raging Bolt and stuff, you need your attachments. Yeah, it's like
Oh yeah, no, I agree.
the format looks like it's going to be getting a bit more aggressive. Same thing with Joltik. Like missing attachments against Joltik box is also terrible.
I agree.
So I prefer straight Polt right now by quite a large margin. I think it is reasonable to play Dusknoir for sure. I just like the consistency, and unfortunately, this does have a much better like Guardian matchup than.
Oh yeah, the Guardian matchup's really good. There was something else. There's another matchup. Oh, it's really good in the Raging Bolt to have these Dusk Noir activations.
Yeah, for sure. I am just usually
'Cause you're
one
able
to
to take-
prefer consistency
Yeah.
over the entire field as opposed to.
Oh, yeah, I agree.
So
You're able to take 6 prizes pretty easily.
Also, Monkey Dory is crazy. I honestly don't feel like the matchup is that favored for like Dusknoir in the mirror. It's definitely like they're probably advantaged, but they also have 60 HP basics in their deck that you don't
No monkeys, like
and
crucial.
Monkey's
No
insane.
monkeys, crucial. Like I just really like the straight Polt version of the list because you just always set up.
Just way more consistent. Yeah, I'm a hater on Dusknoir. What can I say? What can I say?
Except, you're welcome for the tides, the sun, and the sky. Okay, go.
Get out of here.
No.
Podcast over.
No.
That was egregious. That was terrible.
Was not egregious. It was fine. Ian Robb.
This is a sick deck. Why are Flareons like $20, dude? I'm so mad.
what?
Yeah, look.
Click on Flareon right now. Click. What?
It's $12.50 USD, and that's like $1 million Canadian dollars because like tariffs and all that garbage. So,
What? Girl, the
Flareon, EV, EX. There's a 1/1/1 EV split here.
I like that. The
I respect
1/1
it.
EV split's really good. The Terra EV is just strong for Area 0, and you can find it off Terra Orb.
And it enables your Noctowl on a basic.
That EV that evolves straight away.
That's sick.
So good. Oh my god.
you
Going
can just
second.
make
Going second. You can go Eevee, Flareon, Crispin.
Your hand has to be so good for that though.
Well, yeah.
You have to have like retreat.
But
you
it's
have to-
also
have to
good
start
because
the
you
EV
can
retreat.
drop it straight away. Like you can drop it and then
I'm not saying it's
evolve.
not good. Just like attacking going second is really unlikely.
Oh yeah.
You have to either start Eevee or get
I
like
played this-
Latios retreat, attach Crispin. Like
Yeah, I played this deck a couple times and it was never happening. So
No.
I mean, it's just good because you can drop it at any moment and evolve, and then go like Crispin, Sparkling Crystal. Like you can literally build a Sylveon out of nowhere.
yeah, this deck's pretty legit. I think Sylveon's pretty good. I lost this
Don't-
league.
Also, don't hate on this Eevee. This Eevee's really good. Colorful Friends. Switch your deck for
yeah,
three
if you
Pokemon
just like
different
start it and you're going second, that
types.
seems like a
It's
good
so
attack.
strong.
It's just mostly there for 70 HP. Otherwise, you'd probably be playing the other one. But 50 HP is pretty low, obviously, into Polt. Very big difference. So, like, being able to mention this 70 HP on mid-game is pretty sweet.
A real 2 Flareon, 2 Sylveon. I mean,
Ian
the
said
deck's
on
just
stream
super
that
strong.
Kieran's garbage and he would get rid of it, so I feel that.
Cut Flareon, cut Kieran.
Briar is a very nice shout. I think Briar is definitely going to win you games that you would not have the option of winning with other non-Briar decks. Like, we saw Zard be so good with Briar for a long time.
Oh, yeah.
Obviously, no Dusknoir, so
No,
you don't have that synergy.
I'm
but
pretty sure that I wasn't playing Briar to Sacramento. I'm pretty sure Briar started like fading out of Dusknoir list even when they were playing Zard. Zard list when they were playing Dusknoir.
That's crazy work.
Weren't they?
I don't think so. Briar's broken. Literally, Zard just gets...
Check Sacramento real quick.
Nah, that's not worth. But yeah, I like Brock Scouting as well in your Noctowl deck.
Yeah, I do quite like that. Brock Scouting for Fan Rotom for...
Because you will very realistically be like Jewel Seeking through Buddy, obviously on turn 2, because you're just getting it off of Fan Rotom if they don't Iono you. So being able to like just advance your board with that search is really nice.
Oh, yeah. And like in the poll, you're just going to go Clefairy, Sylveon, murder. It's just broken.
Yeah. Yeah, this deck's sick. 280 is a pretty good number right now with the Rise in Zoroark. There's definitely some Pidgeot on the rise too. Not on the top 16, but there's quite a few Pidgeot decks people are experimenting with.
Yeah,
so
a little bit of Pidgeot.
Is becoming a nice number.
I know Karis came top 32 with Polt that played 1/1/1 Pidgeot.
Yeah, it's also really nice with like when they charm their basics. Like there's quite a bit of Bravery Charm around. So like going through Charmed Fez or like Charmed Latios or something's pretty cool. So
yeah,
this deck's pretty legit. I like it. I kind of underrated like how good Burning Charge is, just like consistently, especially into Buddy. Like this deck is also very good into Buddy because your response is just like, okay, I'll put energy on my bench Pokemon and kill you, which is pretty good when your opponent's doing 10 damage.
Yeah, and you can just Anglite their entire board.
Yeah,
and it's broken.
Yeah, it's really sick, especially like you Anglite and then they can't set up, and then you Magical Charm, they can't kill the Sylveon, and then you Anglite again, and then their board is just like.
By the way, nice shout here, Terrapagos, Carnopal. You can go attach water, attach lightning, and then sparkling crystal. And
literally, what is that good against though?
Bolt.
They can just dust around it.
I mean, they go prime boss.
You have to like make your board only Terrapagos.
Well, not only Terrapagos. I mean, you can make it only Terrapagos eventually. It's kind of difficult.
I don't think that's worth, because then they're just gonna like. I don't think that's the winning strategy.
I mean, yeah, you can probably go like Countercatcher, Ogerpon, kill with Flareon, attach 2 to Terrapagos, and then if they kill Terrapagos, you go like Iono, Crown Opal, and then they need to hit a lot of an Iono to like 4 or 3. Like, I think Crown Opal's pretty good in this deck. Like, you probably save your Sparkling Crystal. Like,
you probably just present one prize board state until you can go Gust KO with Burning Charge on Ogerpon, right?
Yeah. Yeah, you go like CC. You're wanting
you probably lose if you start a 2-pricer though.
Depends on which one. Like, if you start Latias, it's fine.
I think this deck is solid. I'm a fan. Although
I think it's strong.
I can't find Flareons, and I'm molding because they're expensive.
Just proxy them. You go to League.
This is true.
That's another perk of.
I'm a hater.
That's another perk for. That's another perk for proxy. I mean, yeah.
But maybe I will do that.
Just like, I don't know, pull one of your landed ones where like your 2 Flareons that aren't EXs. You're just like, oh, these are Flareon EXs. This guy once came up to my house. He was playing like a stage 2 deck. I don't remember which one. And there was like random dark types and like colorless types.
Yeah.
And there was like, it was not one complete line. It was like different lines and different evolution lines, and they were all just these random Pokemon. It was so hard to keep up, dude.
You were hating.
I was hating.
It's like obvious though. Like I only have one colorless type in my deck. I have Blood Moon. Man, my earring is making my ear very sore, and I can't get the backing off. I'm crying.
We got this.
Oh, it's almost there. Continue.
Okay. Dragapult. Okay, Dragapult. Benjamin Hebert.
Didn't I just click on that?
You did.
This is brutal.
Benjamin Hebert.
I guess I just leave it. I don't know. I'm stuck.
I don't know, man. This list is pretty strong. We're seeing I love Genesect. I love Genesect so much. It's like
Defiance Ban?
This is like incredibly similar to. This is pretty close to the Makani list.
No Jock playing 2 Brock Scouting.
No, I think the only difference with this list is minus Defiance Band plus.
And there's only 2 Stretcher.
Minus Defiance Band plus Defiance Vest. Minus Artisan plus. Not Defiance Vest. Luxurious Cape minus Artisan plus Night Stretcher. And then this is that. This list is minus one Night Stretcher, minus 1 Luxurious Cape, plus 1 Defiance Band, plus 1 Artisan. and I think this is the Makani 60 here. This is strong. I like the double artisan, but I did think triple stretcher is pretty strong also.
Continue.
But I think the luxurious cape is quite strong, especially with the rise in Zoroark. You want to be able to go luxurious cape to one of your Dracloaks and have it protected from Darmanitan and Ogerpon, and it's a very strong card right now. But overall, it's just kind of the same as Makani's list, and we already shared our thoughts on the Makani 60.
I do like Lux Cape though.
Lux Cape is really strong right now. There's a lot of cards like Waterpawn and Zoroark and just like Pult plus Halucha that it comes in clutch for.
In top 16?
No.
Didn't think so.
Brent Tonneson.
Oh, God.
Same.
Hell yeah.
W. Same list that won Monterey and Sevilla.
Yeah, this is a good list.
Brent Tonneson top 8ing after winning Monterey. It's just a clean list. I have this list built exactly. It's pretty strong. It just does the thing that you want it to do. This is also the Gardevoir list that came top 16, so we're going to cover both of those right now.
Real.
Everyone's just kind of playing this list. It's a very refined list.
3 Monkey Dories. Yeah.
3 Monkey Dory, 3 Dark. Yeah, like I'm consistently putting down triple Monkey. As soon as you put down triple Monkey, the game just feels so good.
So it's over. So Gardevoir, Monkey Dory broken. Gardevoir best played Monkey.
What?
Best way to play Monkey is
Yeah.
Gardevoir.
Or is anyone denying?
No,
Yeah, real.
it's just the gas. Maybe Frostlass.
I love Frostlass.
You do love Frostlass. You finally stopped playing it to League though.
I did, yeah.
Yeah, I don't think we need to talk about this that much.
It's a very strong list.
It's won 2 majors.
Yes,
Crazy.
Lucas Singh.
The GOAT for Serrano. I love
That
Serrano.
was crazy.
What's crazy?
You had
Serrano?
you had your sport announcer voice.
I just love Serrano. This card is so good in this format. Serrano plus Zoroark is crazy because, it's like when we used to play Bridget. Go get all your Zorks. What do you do with all your terrible copies of Serrano in your deck after you got all your X's?
Trade them away.
Trade them away. It's so sick. You just draw a bajillion cards. You set up super consistently.
Real. Okay, so biggest thing,
Toolbox of
I've had a
attackers.
bunch of people ask. I've been playing Zoroark to League, and I've had a couple people ask, what does Bombardier is for? The line is, you Bombardier, you attach an energy, you trade away a dark energy, you promote Bombardier, you attach a Power Glass to it, Cornerstone hits into it for 140, you attach, you Shadowy Wind, you bring it back, you promote you promote something to ow, that kind of hurt. You promote something to tank with, and then you do it all again. It's just a Cornerstone tech.
What do you do when your 200 HP basic just gets KO'd by their other attacker and then Cornerstone's still in play?
Well, no, you kill everything else.
With 170 damage? I don't know. I prefer Hoop EX as a Cornerstone answer.
That's fair. I mean, it's already playing E-Switch, so I could see playing it.
Yeah.
But, I mean, going first, there's some not utility. There's some utility there. Being able to go first and just kind of full set up your board.
You just have to start it, though. Like, how you could start Ends Castle plus a Ends Pokemon, I guess.
Yeah.
Or your one Badoo or one Cleffa.
But there's also no Nest Ball / Ultra Ball on this list, so it's really hard to get that Bombardier out.
Yeah, you've just got Serrano and then 4 Poppin. I do like the 1 Cypher Maniac and Double Turo is sick.
I agree. Double Turo Palpad is what I'm playing right now.
Black Belt is also really nice. 170.
It allows for you to one-shot with Defiance Band. Like, you can kill a Raging Bolt with this. Really strong. You can go, like, kill with Black Belt, Defiance Band, kill with Blood Moon.
Yeah.
It's really strong.
I think people forget how gas that Palpad is with Zork from the GX days, because you just draw into the supporters that you shuffle back super well, and then also like late game your deck is so thin that Palpad effectively is like double VS Seeker, which is crazy.
It's super strong. I think this deck takes a good Guardy matchup. I think it takes a good Pult matchup. I think it takes a good Goldango matchup. I think it takes a fine Raging Bolt matchup. I think this deck is really strong.
I don't know if it's fine, or I definitely think you're unfavored into Bolt. Like, you have no way to one-shot them consistently.
You have Countercatcher, Defiance Band.
You have Backdraft, I guess.
You have Darmanitan's Flame Body Cannon as well, because you go reversal Defiance Band.
So you're just under a lot of pressure.
You're under a lot of pressure.
You're forced to hit.
It's fine. It's winnable, for sure.
Yeah.
50-50 or maybe 45-55.
I really like Maractus in this deck. That's a card that I'm a big fan of.
Maractus is strong.
Especially when you're playing like you essentially have 6 Gust here. So you have 2 Boss, 2 CC plus Palpad. So you do have like a lot of Gust, and you can basically, the way I was playing with Maractus against the decks that are like Latias based, they have very low switch counts. You can just recycle the Maractus once or twice and then just like set their whole board up with damage and then Monkey Dory for like a 6 prize turn.
I think Maractus is something
because you can
is
flame
super
body
strong.
cannon.
I think Maractus is super strong. The E-switch here, I'm also kind of enjoy. I kind of like it.
Yeah, E-switch is nice.
Because you can go like swing, and then they swing back in you. You go E-switch attach Turo.
Yeah, which is sick. This deck has a lot of utility, very high skill ceiling. I really appreciate Zork being back because I love playing this deck. I think this is probably the favorite deck I have right now. It's either that or Arch Outlet on Zork, but I think this deck is objectively a better deck.
Yeah, so strong. I'm gonna try Maractus in my Zoroark list. I think it's good.
I'm a big fan of the Maractus because like what you can do is you can also Defiance Band the Maractus, and you just like hit one Pokemon, like they say they're Latios, up to 200, so if it's 10 HP left or whatever, and then do the same thing to one of the other Pokemon, and then you can go Dory, Flame Body Cannon for 6 in one turn super easily.
Oh yeah, super strong.
Maractus just gives you lines, like, you can also just be like, oh, the deck I think has one switch out, has their switch out in the discard pile.
Wow.
Sick. GG. Woo! And it also just does 60 damage to them, but this deck is lit.
Gas, I like
Shout out to
a lot.
Lucas.
Shout out. Okay.
Not this Lucas, though. No shout outs to you. So, Ryan Antonucci,
Gas.
10th place.
Whoa,
With
it's
what
another
deck?
Dragapult.
It's almost like this
What?
format, this is the best deck.
It's gas.
Consistently performing.
Oh, Jacques.
One Jacques, one Brox. I'm a big fan of the 3
Yeah,
search
I
supporters.
do like double Brock Jock. I like just having search supporters. Search
Yeah.
supporters are some of my favorite supporters. Triple CC, triple boss. This deck is always gusting.
I like it.
I kind of like it, honestly.
I'm just a big fan of consistency. I say this all the time.
Once you
but
do the thing and once you gust, it's so good.
you
I love
can't
doing
take
the thing.
advantage of a skill difference if you can't draw any cards. So play consistent decks.
Real.
That's my opinion. I like.
They should make a
lots of decks.
Serrano, but instead of Pokemon EX, it should be search deck for up to 3 Dracloak.
Or just reprint Lance because that card was insane. No, I think Lance with Badu is way too strong.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, I think also Energy Search. I'm glad we're reaching a consensus because I think that was a bit of a debate. So I'm glad we've settled that Energy Search is better.
Yeah, Energy Search is really strong in these kind of lists that play a lot of Luminous.
One thing that I really enjoy, I'm still playing multiple Turos in my Dragapult list, which I really enjoy for like.
I think like one Turo is kind of strong, but I mean if all of the top lists aren't playing it, maybe it's time to back it up.
Nope. You know what you can do? Reuse your Hawlucha, heal your board, loop Blood Moon at the end of the game.
I think one Turo is pretty strong.
No, double Turo.
Definitely not double Turo.
Double
You don't
Turo.
have space.
Yes, you do.
Okay.
Get out of here. Kyle Connor, another Dragapult. Crazy. Is it going to be the
Latias
same?
CX, Latias CX,
And
Cleffa.
What? I guess honestly,
Oh,
Latias,
triple scouting, double Jacques.
I
like
respect
it.
that.
I like it. I respect
I'm
it.
a hater on Latias. What the hell is that?
Latias is super nice.
For why?
Brock scouting for Latias Budu, keep an energy attachment.
I guess, but you just usually have enough time to make up that attachment.
It's still pretty strong though. It's quite strong. The Cleffa here, I'm kind of I think is a little bit dubious. You want to be Buduing most of the time, and I think with the triple scouting, double Jacques, triple Arvin, 4 Iono, you should be fine enough, and you should be able to get your cloaks down. I think that Cleffa could be.
I hate starting 2 prizers. I would never consider playing Latias, honestly. Like starting a 2
Latias
prizer
is really
seems
strong.
like
Latias is cool.
doomer moment into a lot of matchups.
I mean, yeah, I guess.
Um,
I see it. We could just cut a Cleffa here. I don't know what we would add. Probably 4 boss. I mean, no, that's what the other list was playing. That's what the Tord list was playing. It's kind of similar to the Tord list.
That's actually I didn't even notice that 4 boss is lit. We all know that I love 4 boss.
Okay, so it's not the list that came second at Sevilla.
4 boss
Yeah.
is my goat.
Yeah, I mean it's pretty good.
6 dust. 2 nice stretcher, not 3.
Yeah, it's kind
Also
of just a
Defiance
similar
Band.
60. There's a couple cards. I'm not sure if Defiance Band is needed. I don't know for sure though. So we already talked about Justin. Evan Pavelski, I had him pulled up, but then we had to close it to go to Makan Tran.
We couldn't think to use a different browser. That was unfortunate. Yeah. Also playing Ends Zoroark.
Playing as Zork. So this is my group's adaptation of Zoroark. We don't have Evan in the group, but this is my group's list, and Evan was retweeting all of them, and Evan was getting shouted out. So I'm assuming he played a 60 very similar, or basically like this exact 60. This is the 60 that I've been playing recently, except minus a couple cards because they made some changes the night before the event, and I just didn't check in time. This list is quite strong. Black Belt is a card that we were thinking about cutting. Overall, it's pretty good because you can go like Defiance Band, Black Belt, kill a Raging Bolt, and I think that's really strong right now. And being able to go Black Belt, kill Goldengo is super strong. It's pretty good. Like you can just go like Black Belt, Blood Moon, kill Pidgeot, kill Zoroark, kill Goldengo, very strong right now, but it's definitely able to be cut. This you see here that we're also playing the Bombardier. Overall, it's kind of just like there's a couple extra cards in this list. There is a Jacques instead of the 4th Serrano, which I kind of find is pretty cool. Being able to go Jacques for Darmanitan's pretty strong.
Baby!
Being able to Jacques for Serrano, being able to Jacques for Darmanitan's pretty good.
I love Serrano.
And while not playing an Ultra Ball, I feel like I'm becoming one of those actually. I feel like I'm getting an actually voice.
I'm a Serrano kind of guy.
I don't know. I'm gaining that voice. Not having any Ultra Ball makes it so that Jacques is like the actual only way to find Darmanitan instead of just drawing into it. So I don't hate it for that purpose. I think Jacques is pretty strong. But being able to cut it for Cypher, it might be worth to consider Cypher over it.
I like Cypher.
Cypher's pretty good.
Just enable your combo. Mallow Zorak.
But like 4 Serrano is still really strong.
Mallow, trade, counter catcher, Ride is beating for knockout.
Woo!
Yes. That was a whip and an NA combo right there.
For all of the Spotify listeners, he just did a whip and an NA.
There's video on Spotify.
I don't think they're watching it if they're on Spotify.
Why not?
I don't feel like people watch the content.
If you are a Spotify viewer
and you're watching,
leave us a comment. I know I didn't know this. Spotify's comment section.
What?
I didn't know that until like 6 months after I was just looking through our Spotify account and I saw someone commented on a video from like way back.
You should have been like, hey, sorry, just saw this, Lamau.
Maybe, but yeah, I am a big fan of Zorak EX. I think his deck is crazy cracked broken. I love it. Kind of meta deck, though. I think it is definitely like a fluctuating in the meta kind of deck because it doesn't have a lot of inherent power. It's like
oh yeah, no, it's inherently
170 is not a good number.
Yeah, it's not a great number, but it's very meta reliant. But right now the meta does work for it.
Yeah, and like you just draw a crazy amount of cards. So that's all the deck list we have access to. Real. We're going to hop on over to Blue Sky, which is the GOAT Twanele doing what we should all be doing and going to Blue Sky, which I have not done yet, which is a character flaw for certain. But that's okay.
Yeah, no, I agree. I'm actually so sick and tired of Twitter. I'm so done with it, man.
It's pretty cringe.
The political content on my page is genuinely horrific, but I should just be controlling my algorithm better.
Discussing this today with my political friends at the AGM.
The AGM?
Yeah.
What's the AGM?
Annual General Meeting. That's what I was at today.
W.
We were talking about how much of a cesspool Twitter was and how terrible the algorithm is, but that's a whole topic of discussion. But shout out again, 20 for being on Blue Sky and being socially responsible with their content. They are fantastic for that. We've got some new cards coming out. If you know what sets will be legal for Worlds, please leave it in the comment section.
Okay, wait, actually, we should make some final remarks on Milwaukee.
Should we?
What do you think changes?
For Portland?
Yeah.
I think Raging Bolt's probably going to be like
incredibly popular.
Really popular. Because people already love playing that deck even when it's bad or poorly positioned in the metagame. I think Jolting Box will probably fall off in comparison to Raging Bolt. I think those kind of occupy the same.
Yeah, and I think Raging Bolt's just better. It does the thing that you want Jolting Box to do in a more efficient way.
Yep. I mean, Iron Hands is pretty good.
I do like being able to play Volcarona in Jolting Box. It's pretty good.
Broken.
I mean, All Out Blitzel's little brother did, and he top 4
Yes.
juniors or something.
So sick. I do think En's Zork is a deck that you need to watch out for as well.
Oh, yeah. I think the deck's pretty strong. Flareon, yeah. I think Dragapult Dusknoir will see an uptick just with its showing in a top 4 and a top 8 and a top 16.
Wait. While we're on the screen here, I want to see. So 3 divided by 14 for the people that are bad at math equals to 21% of the asymmetrical cut being Canadians in America, by the way.
4. You did 3.
Oh, did I miss one?
You missed one.
Oh, here, I got to flash the statistic better for you guys on
4 divided by 14.
Just got to put it here. That's rounded up to 29%. So almost a third of the top cut was Canadian players. So Canada's the GOAT.
I agree. Canada's pretty sick. W. Mark Carney.
Real. Goated AF. If you follow Canadian politics, be curious. Leave us a comment if you want to discuss Canadian politics. I'd be curious. We'll leave it to you.
People in the chat, people in the comments are going to be like, screw you, man.
Kirim EX. So this is like, from my understanding, there's gonna be like a mini set full of black and white inspired cards and Pokemon, which is sick because I like Unova. I think it's pretty cool. That was one of the games.
Are they
I
gonna
played
have
in
an
my early
Unpheasant
stage.
EX?
That'd be pretty sick.
Finally for the
for
Pidove? Yeah.
I definitely am nostalgic for this era because I was playing on the DS when these games came out, and I played Pokemon Black on release, and it was a lit game. The graphics are crazy considering they play on the DS, which was released in '04, and you get beautiful, beautiful art out of those games. Soundtrack also fire. I'm a big fan.
I got stuck and didn't have the attention span because I was like 6.
Lucas does not play the Pokemon games. He's a fake Pokemon fan.
I'm a fake Pokemon fan. I think I'm kind of working my way towards beating Brilliant Diamond for some reason.
Oh, I don't have the Game Boy games up there. I've got the hard copies of Red, Blue, Gold, and
For some reason, I just opened Brilliant Diamond a couple days ago. Like
yeah.
on
While
Easter.
he had a bunch of people over, he's
That
like,
was fine.
let me just play Pokemon while
Yeah,
we're all here.
and
for
we
the
had-
first time in months.
And we had a lot of people. We had like Will and them just kind of watching. It was fun.
Fake
It was good.
Pokemon
It was
fan.
a good time.
This card's not that good though.
This guy's pretty good.
Nah,
I don't
Pure
mind
Mix. Baxcalibur deck, water, 230 HP, EX basic, 2 colors, 50 damage, 2 water, 1 colors, 130 damage, and then 10 to each of your opponent's bench Pokemon for each prize card your opponent's taken. So up to 50 to each of their bench Pokemon.
That's pretty strong.
Maybe.
Index that can like actually power this up.
If
and
you
then
aren't
go
playing
out to one.
Baxcalibur, how are we getting this set up? And I guess you could do like some counter catcher trapping, but counter catcher trapping wouldn't work very well with this because basic decks will have Latios, and like you'd only be able to counter catcher trap Noctowl, which would die. So I feel like you're not gonna be able to trap much with this.
Hero's Cape. I owned a 1 penny. Honestly, that's not bad.
What?
You can go Hero's Cape bit. You can Baxcalibur attack.
There will
thing.
also, just by the way,
Swing.
be Shaman in format when this is out, so there will be bench barrier.
Oh, real. Yeah.
I
forgot
think
about
maybe
that.
this card might have like a moment.
I think it has a moment. I think it has a limitless page at some point. 130 and spreading like 40 damage is pretty good.
Yeah, even if it's spreading 30, like that could be up to like 280 damage for 300 on a basic, which is decent. There is a cycle here, which is I actually think this is a cool cycle though. Zekrom EX, same first attack, 50
Except
damage,
it does
2
50 more
colors.
damage for each prize card your opponent has taken, and it does 30 to itself. So you can do up to 380.
This is kind of like a basic Zard attack in a way.
Yeah.
Less easy to power up. Actually, not that true. We will have a direct
Lightning
reprint,
color.
which we'll see Dynamotor. Maybe. But this is going to pump out some pretty crazy damage in the late game.
Oh, yeah.
The recoil isn't that much, like 30, putting this down to 200 HP. The recoil is obviously like not great, but it's not like detrimental.
Yeah, and I think with Dynamotor, if Lightning decks come back like Miraidon, this will have a spot there as a late game
Yeah, like
finisher,
this
late
is
game
a
closer.
pretty awesome way to close a game. Like that's a plus 50 for
This
each
card
prize.
will have a limitless page. This card will be good at some point with Dynamotor.
This card would have been sick in Lost Box, by the way.
Real.
And then Reshiram is very similar. It's the same thing as Zekrom, except for it discards an energy from itself. I'm unsure which one's
This
better. I think
Embor is in format.
True.
Remember that, but I don't know how good that's going to be.
generator for this though. So you both, I feel like this probably has better.
Oh yeah, that's definitely Zekrom's definitely better, but I think Reshiram with Embor, if there is like a decent one-shot option for fire types,
Yeah, I think
because then this will have late game presence and it'll be good.
these are two objectively like pretty powerful attacks though. I don't know that these are ever going to be like slam dunk like crazy staple cards, but I don't think you can deny that those are like very powerful output.
Oh yeah,
per-
they're very powerful like cards, but
And
I
230 HP is nice on this one. Like this would be a pretty like good Iono Bravery Charm, kind of similar to like maybe like a Blood Moon kind of deal. Although discarding energy is kind of annoying in the late game when you're presumably Ionoing yourself to a low hand size as well. So
yeah, it's like fine. Not too bad. It's like mid. But with Embor, you're attaching excess.
yeah, this is true. I'm not convinced that Embor is going to be like powerful.
Yeah,
I don't think
it's
that-
probably going to be playing something else.
It's not like I think the only reason that Baxcalibur was good with Chen Pao is because like Chen Pao, very efficient, gets its own energies out,
And
you just
has
have
Radiant Greninja.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
You just are like the best Radiant Greninja ever deck, like best deck for that card ever, because you just recycle your Ninja every turn.
oh yeah.
You can just shuriken like three
That or
times.
like Cerebledge or Lost Box.
Yeah. So I think these are very efficient cards. They will definitely be good at some point. I think they're both definitely better than the Kyurem. I don't know.
On release, I thought that Kieran was the best one because I didn't know that
Yeah. These also
I
may
didn't know
be
that
good for
Dynamoto was
type
coming out in
coverage
Ember.
if their respective types become very like good weaknesses to hit. They may like increase in play significantly off of that.
Oh yeah,
This I think is also no. This is not a direct
it's
reprint.
okay.
There was this exact card that did this same attack, I think, for Fire Colorless, and it had 870 HP in black and white or something.
Victini, fire 120. If you have less than 5 bench Pokemon, this attack does nothing.
This
Not
card's
very
bad.
strong.
This card's really bad. This card wasn't playable like 10 years ago, so there's no reason to me that this would be good now.
Yeah.
Actually, it was mildly playable. You could play it in Ray Eels because it was a pretty efficient like one prize attacker in that specific deck. But
Ember.
this is cool. Not a direct reprint. HP's been buffed. The old Ember had 150 and like a worse attack. I think it was like 4 for 80 or something. But just Deluge for fire energy. Attach.
Yeah, often as you like, you can attach a fire energy. So it's Baxcalibur for fire energies.
This doesn't say basic fire energy. That's probably just a mistranslation. I would assume it says basic energy when it's translated to English, but that could be an important distinction for special energies that treat themselves as fire in your hand in the future.
Yeah, you could be
If
strong.
that is worded
Not
that
many
way.
of them do.
There's like the typed energies from
Like the
Sword and
burning
Shield.
energies, yeah.
Those were fire energies in your hand. So if this is worded that way, I don't think it will be though. That's probably just a typo.
I think it's strong. I think Ember has potential, but it's only as good as the
Rain
Pokemon
Dance is
surrounding it.
so bad in a buddy format that you gotta be real.
Oh yeah.
Like you have to not only these cards. If there was a good, maybe if Ember had a good stage 1, like my banger tweet last week. If we had trade Pignite, that'd be goated.
I don't know how you remembered that.
Well, you know about Pignite?
No, I would not.
Pignite's
have
the
remembered.
goat.
I would not have remembered. I would not have remembered Pignite.
What's the basic?
Tepig?
Okay, how do you not know Pignite though?
Pignite is so forgettable.
What's the middle evolution for the water type? It's Oshawott.
Oshawott, Pip, Prinplup.
That's a totally different line.
But no, it
It's
isn't.
Duat, dude. It's Duat.
Oh, you said. What did you say?
The water evolution.
You said. You said not Oshawott. You said. Oh, you said Oshawott.
I did, and you said Prinplup. Dude.
I thought we were talking about Piplup.
Okay, what about Snivy's evolution?
Oh my God, this one has that one. Oh, okay, it's Snivy Servine.
Yep.
Servine.
Superior.
Superior.
But yeah, I don't think this card will be good, mostly just because Buddy was just gonna like stomp this deck out of any relevance. You have to candy or like hard evolve into your Deluge, and you can't vessel, so there's no way you're. Maybe actually, if like
I
all your
also don't know
basics,
Oshawott stage 1.
It's Duat. I said that. Duat. Maybe if the Tepig, I haven't seen the Tepig. If the Tepig has like 1 fire for 20 damage, maybe we have a chance because then we can just like kill Buddies. But also every Buddy deck plays Bravery Charm, so
And Stamp.
it doesn't even count. Yeah.
Samurai.
This is once during your turn, you may switch your active with one of your bench Pokemon if you do your opponent switches. So basically, it's an escape rope, and then it does.
It's a stage 2 though, and we have
And it's
that.
not an EX. This is just a 160 HP, 1 price.
Yeah. And then for water, it does 30 plus 50 for each energy on this Pokemon. Not a good card.
No, it does 1 for 80, which is kind of efficient enough. But like Fan Rotom does 1 for 70, and it's a basic. So
Yeah.
I
mean, this is only. I mean, I could see this being okay
if there was a good Samurai EX.
if there was a good Samurai DX,
Good
but
one.
like the only time that I can see you using the attack for this card is like if you're playing Grantry and Embor.
Yeah. Then it does say energy, but and then Superior X is terrible too.
I mean, you're okay. So it's a stage 2, 320 HP. Beautiful artwork. The abilities: your active Pokemon's attacks deal 21 damage to your opponent's active Pokemon. And then for Grass colors, it's 150 damage. You may search your deck for up to any 3 cards and put them.
Why does this cost 4 energy? Like this card was nowhere near playable if this cost like 2 energy.
No. 2 energy is broken.
Nah.
3 energy.
I think this card would be quite like maybe playable if it's 2 energy.
No,
so
I
you're
think
doing 1% like
3 energy. Maybe 2 energy.
You
I mean,
can't you still can't
Dragapult
turtle
is
with
currently
it.
in the format. Yeah, okay,
Yeah,
you're probably right. 2 energy.
There's no way. But like we see this on what is it? No, it's not Lurantis. Is it Lurantis? No, it's Lilligant. That has the 20 for fire and grass, and it's a stage 1, and that one's like nowhere near playable. So I don't think adding an extra evolution plus making it a 2-pricer is.
And you're right.
And the attack is like completely unusable.
Yeah.
There's no grass acceleration, and it's 4 energies.
Search your deck for up to 3 cards is pretty funny though.
Yeah, but Magical Ribbon was 1 energy. That was good. But
Real.
And it also had energy evolution EV.
Sylveon Gardevoir. Yay!
Oh, you're supposed to be scrolling up, and this is sick. Shout out Miraidon Enjoyers.
Dynamotor.
We have an exact reprint
Up.
of Electric from Noble Victories. Or is it Noble Victories? Yeah, it's Noble Victories.
I have no idea.
I think it is. But Dynamotor, attach
for
a
your
lightning
turn.
from your discard to one of your bench Pokemon once per turn. We saw
Flaffy.
Flaffy. This is also identical to Flaffy in text, 3 for 50 to retreat 90 HP Dynamotor. But you can play the old electric because it has the same name.
Wait, what?
Yeah. You can,
Is that the exact same card?
It's the. I just said that. It's the exact same
I know.
text.
I'm just checking.
Electrike is a different Pokemon.
Oh my god.
That's crazy work.
Oh my god.
Lucas does not know anything about Pokemon.
You
guys.
can't blame me. You can't blame me.
I could name you any Pokemon.
That's stupid. Why did they just add an E? 90 HP, Dynamite, 1 string, attaching lightning, basic energy. From your one of your bench Pokemon, 15 to yeah. Okay, you can play the old Electric. That's really cool.
It's the exact same.
That's
I will
really cool.
I have an ungodly amount of those Electrics for retro decks. I probably have like I don't know, probably 6 playsets of Electric or something ridiculous. Retro decks, guys, you don't realize how many cards you need until you actually start building these formats. Because like this card, like Electric, was a staple for so many years, and it was good and expanded the decks and so many different formats.
That's stupid that it's called Electric.
It's Electric.
Oh, I know. Like, why
Eel
is
Electric.
one more E and it becomes a dog?
This card's sick.
Yeah, Dynamotor is going to see play.
This would be way better if Raichu V is something adjacent to Raichu V was still there. But
how many cards do you think you have for retro right now?
Me?
Yeah.
I don't know. I have like 10 years worth of decks with like usually 10 plus decks per metagame. So that's like I have like probably 100-ish retro decks, if not more.
That's pretty gas.
Yeah.
We should play a retro game right now, like now on pause.
I actually think that real Miraidon like generator.
Oh yeah,
is back with this. You don't have a out like Raichu, but the Zekrom plays a decently similar Raichu V role.
Yeah.
Kind of. It's not going to be as good or consistent as Raichu V because you have to play around their aggression with the Zekrom. You can't just like turn to Bop for 360 or whatever you need to do, but it does have a late game one shot option. And we have good acceleration to set up multiple hands.
Broken card.
Prism Energy, also sick special.
It's the exact same. Is it the exact same
Thank goodness Lugia V-Star rotated. We can get cool special energies again. Prism is sick. Rainbow Energy on basics only. Colorless on
and you don't take a damage counter when you attach it. Super strong.
And it's not like Luminous. You can attach multiple prisms to one Pokemon and they both count for colors.
Yeah, super versatile.
Really, really nice for... This is going to be sweet with like Monkey Dory. Any like basic toolbox decks. Prism Energy was really cool for playing like multi-type innovation back in the Black and White era when this came out. I think this was in Next Destinies. This was printed. It was sweet with like Mewtwo, Landorus because you can use all your different attacks.
Super strong.
Valiant EX. I have a retro deck with Prism Energy as a playset in it, and it is sweet. Super excited for this card.
Pretty gas. Yeah, Prism Energy is going to allow for a lot of deck lists.
It will be like a low impact card in the fact that you won't really notice it in terms of like it's not gonna be broken, but it's just a really low downside.
It's a really good deck building card.
Yeah, it enables some versatility. Same with Luminous, like how we see with Dragapult. This is obviously worse than Luminous in Dragapult because that's a evolution deck, but in an all basic deck, this is strictly better than Luminous. So.
Air Balloon.
Oh my gosh, I love this card. Zork is so broken with this.
The retreat cost of the Pokemon this card is attached to is 2 colorless less.
I am really surprised to see this, actually. I think this is borderline too powerful. I think that's crazy because Floatstone was reprinted, which is... Floatstone is insane. We don't need that card again. I honestly don't think I would want to see that. It's just way too powerful of a tool. I think this is borderline just basically Floatstone most of the time.
Yeah, Air Balloon, a very strong card. It's going to see a lot of play. It will be
the difference
very,
between
very strong.
-1 retreat and -2 is huge. Like if you think of the list of Pokemon that have to retreat, now we're on like Terapagos, we're on Zoroark, we're on Archaludon EX, we're on Charizard.
Yeah, like Air Balloon is incredibly powerful. And
yeah, it's a sick card, and this is also in the same format as Arven, so this is going to be incredibly searchable.
Yeah.
Also, like, say with like Blood Moon, say you're playing Dragapult and you start Blood Moon, it's now an Air Balloon, attach for turn retreat. It can move in one turn instead of having to, like, that has a huge difference. That's a whole turn's difference.
That's really good.
Like, you can now start Blood Moon and go second and pretty consistently retreat it, which is
really good. This card will be
awesome.
Very good.
Can't really talk too much about it. We know it's good. It was played before. It's just better than Rescue
Played
Board.
in Sword and Shield era.
So, also,
is this the last card?
No, we have 2 really sick cards, actually. These cards are both awesome. This is better than
Ignition Energy.
This is Ignition.
If this card is attached to one of your Pokemon, discard it at the end of the turn. That's the end of the card. It's the end of the text.
Real.
This card provides 1 colorless energy while it is attached to a Pokemon. If the card is attached to an evolution Pokemon, it provides 3 colorless energy instead.
Strictly better triple acceleration.
Yeah, because you can actually attach it to a non-evolution Pokemon.
Huge difference. Mostly with these, like, you see with reversal is like a very close comparison to this. It's legal right now. The fact that you can attach this to the Blood Moon is huge. That's basically the only scenario for the most part, or like attach retreating for turn. But attaching this to Blood Moon is a very,
Oh yeah,
big
no, it's
thing.
very strong. What are some examples of like card decks this could be good in?
I think this is a really big boost for slacking EX.
Real.
Which I think that card goes from like being pretty obscurely like it's seen amount of play, but I think it could actually be like a real threat with this card because
Yeah, because you can power it up in 1 turn.
and it doesn't matter that you discard it because slacking discards the energy anyways. This is also like really nice with Blustery Wind on Pidgeot. This is good with Wugtrio.
What trio? We love what
This is also just like a card that will get better as cards get printed.
Oh yeah, no, this card will see a lot of play, especially in like Pidgeot decks.
Yeah,
We're already-
Blustery Wind is a very good attack. It's on
Pidgeot box is up. Pidgeot box is so fun.
Yeah, I was actually thinking about like you could play Pidgeot slacking like even as like a thin slacking line. Like this is just pretty good. I like this card. I think it'll be really cool for innovation. I like these as opposed to things like Double Turbo where you have to play a little. You have to play harder or try harder to get like a double energy or whatever.
Oh yeah, no,
Double Turbo I think is just too universal.
it's too broken. Yeah.
Yeah. And
Arceus
remember when
V-Star, though.
remember when we think double colors was this with Arceus V-Star, dude?
Yeah.
That's insane. That'd be so sick. Give us back Arc V-Star. Just attach one energy.
Please.
That'd be so nice. And
I
then
love Arc V-Star.
we have a couple. No, this is our last card. This card is also really cool. Hilda.
Yeah, search your deck for 1 evolution Pokemon and 1 energy card. Reveal them and put them in your hand. It's
This-
okay.
I think this and this card will probably be played together.
Yeah, like you can grab a Pidgeot and Ignition Energy, or a Luxray and a Reversal Energy,
Yeah.
or a Kling and a Reversal Energy. Wow.
Clank can also use the triple energy because it's colors.
Oh wait, gas. I think this card's really strong. It makes these Luxray and Kling combos way easier to pull off. It makes these slacking combos way easier to pull off.
I also think this is a very interesting engine. Like if you played like maybe a split of Colress, Tenacity, and Hilda, if you wanted to play like a cool like special energy focus deck.
It could be
With
alright.
evolutions, you could play like a Pidgeot box. I think that would be a cool engine if you were playing like Grand Tree, Colress, Hilda. I think that would be an interesting engine that you could explore.
Maybe. Just like a draw Pokemon on the bench. That will work.
Yeah, I think I really like the idea of this with like maybe like a 2/2/2 Pidgeot and like an amount like a thin like 1/1 or 2/2 Zoroark line. I think those cards synergize very well because you can trade, hopefully draw part of the combo and then quick search for the other piece.
Yeah.
It's like when we played like 1/1 Bibarel in Pidgeot decks in the past. I think Zoroark is arguably better than Bibarel in that kind of deck because inherently like you want to be building a hand with a card like Pidgeot. So.
I agree. Yeah.
But
You
I
have to
think
be playing like
that's
Squoven and Pidgeot decks. But I think the card's really strong.
that's all the cards.
And yeah, like grabbing energy can be good for like Dragapult Monkey Dory decks, you know?
yeah, think you can go get your Luminous
And a
plus
Dracloak.
a Dracloak, yeah,
Yeah, like
Dragapult.
this is gonna see a lot of play.
If we see cards like Jacques and Brock Scouting, this I think is a very similar card to those.
Oh yeah, and especially if the format stays this slow, cards like these are gonna.
Think about a card like
these.
Volkner. Like this is
This is Volkner.
or Piers.
Yeah,
this is
Piers
like,
was like, it wasn't that good. It was okay. In
Piers was
Eternatus.
really
It was
good.
okay in Eternatus.
not okay. Like it was the card you played in Eternatus. Like it was good. You could
Okay.
get Crobat plus Dark Energy.
Yeah.
Plus they had the free retreat Dark Energy, the hiding one.
Oh, Hiding Dark was so broken.
But yeah, I think that this card's sick. We've seen like basically a supporter that searches for 2 cards. Conditional is like we have Arven, we have Colress's Tenacity. We've seen like Volkner, Irida, Karina. All of these like
Oh yeah,
supporters.
this
search for
this
2
card
cards.
will see play for sure.
This card is good.
This card is quite strong.
But that's all our cards.
That's all our content.
That's all our
We're
cards.
gone. We're never posting again.
We're the top Sigmas. That's us.
We had a beat going before this.
We did,
You guys
we-
missed it.
We have these little like just to test the audio, test that the Streamlabs is all working to record it. We do like a couple like blurbs. We usually say Skibbity Toilet or Sigma, and the way we said it was somewhat melodious. So I put a beat over it, and it was pretty fire.
Do we pull it up right now?
Nah. So we got to keep that on wraps for the album drop. You know, that's fine.
Yeah. That's gonna be our like little. That's gonna be our producer tag.
Real. Sigma on the beat. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Do we have any shout outs today?
Mark Carney and my Twitter and Blue Sky page at Lucas Oldell.
Lucas is he's a lib.
screw the liberals, man.
They're going to trigger the libs. Cool. I will shout out my Twitter at KitlerCCG. Put out a couple banger tweets this week. It's kind of fire. Shout out Canada for taking down another fire.
Yeah,
regional.
real. Shout out Canada. Canada's fire.
We have a definite disproportionate win rate to population.
Oh yeah.
Compared to U.S.
I
players.
mean, we just have a very high density of good players.
That's just like.
Oh, do you guys want to check out Landen Caitlor's old Twitter account?
No, we do not.
Caitlor Landen.
What's your favorite dinosaur?
What's your favorite dinosaur? Yeah, Caitlor Landen for if you want to go check.
With the repost.
What are your banger tweets this week? I have voted. Have you?
Oh no, there we go.
Yep, Guardy winning again. Yep. Don't worry, play it. Yep.
Me simping for Zorak EX. Hell
Yeah, dude, this post went off, and then like challenge win, and then 323 with Arch Zoro.
This is my new favorite
But then
thing.
when you post with
playing a rogue deck to league and winning, and then posting it and getting hundreds of likes on Twitter is so
300 likes.
I know. How many people looked at this post? That's 31K.
39K.
40K people looked at
And
my
6.6 thousand looked at
post.
Pult list.
It's so funny. But yeah, that's the Twitter engagement, is just play rogue decks.
Dude, we need to
league.
find that one tweet where it's literally you saying like, I won league with Zekrom Reshiram.
Oh, yeah, so funny. We went to like this chaos league night that Angie was putting on.
And she's my mom.
And you had to play. It was one prizers only, and I won the tournament. And I played like the celebrations Reshiram and Zekrom that do more damage if they're both in play.
Yeah.
And I posted that I won league because that was just an objectively true statement.
Yeah.
And it got like 100 something likes on Twitter, and like a bunch of people bookmarked it, and they were like, "Oh, how this looks so good into the metagame," and like, "Whoa, what a rogue deck!" And I'm like, "This is unplayable."
This deck is ass.
It does 180 for 3 conditionally.
160.
Oh, was it 160?
I think it was 160.
Oh, it was 80 plus 80. Yeah, it was horrendously bad. If it was like a real deck, it was very good in that format because it was just like literally I'd just go second generator, attack with Zekrom for 160 going second in like a one prize format. It was sick deck there. But I just thought that was hilarious that people legit thought that I did well with that in a tournament somehow. And they didn't think I was trolling.
Yeah.
I thought it was a really obvious troll post, but I guess not. But anyways, yeah. Shout out
No, like I would also believe someone like I would think it was bait, but
it's bait. It's obvious bait. I think. I don't think there's any hiding on that one.
pretty
But anyways,
obvious
that's our podcast this week. Goodbye. Thank you for listening. That was pretty awesome. I'm very excited about not going to Portland. Apparently, everyone else is going to Portland. I'm chilling at home. Yeah.
I'm going to Portland.
I'm going to Mexico instead of NAIC.
That's pretty gas.
So,
like that's fire.
I'm gonna go see my aunt near Puerto Vallarta. It's gonna be lit. I'll be maybe watching the stream from the beach.
That's that's Pete.
Pretty baller. I'm not gonna lie. I am looking forward to Worlds though. If you know what sets are illegal for Worlds, please let me know because I do want to start testing like now because I'm not going to any other majors, so it does not matter to test these formats. But anyways, that's our podcast. Thanks for listening.
If you guys want to learn how to start a podcast, we just posted a video on our main channel teaching you exactly how to do it.
Real.
We made a class on how to do it on Metafy.
Podcasting
masterclass.
By Amazon Lights.
Literally, we have 1 light, 2 light.
Real.
We only have 2 lights. We have the 3rd light, but we don't have it on. Bye.